Hi, Gary Simonelli here with a short little video. I am using the GT-1000 as a MIDI controller for my Boss Katana Mark II head. And I'm just using all the effects from the head and just switching them on and off and setting up patches with the GT-1000. So let's get into this real quick. So here you can see I got the Tone Studio up for the GT-1000. And here's my different patches. I can switch between them. Here, see. A clean tone. Then I have a dirty damp, just a little delay with some overdrive. Really wet. But you can see I'm not using any of the effects or modeling in the GT-1000. I'm controlling the Katana with this. And to see where everything's actually happening, you'll have to go into control and expression. So here, this is where I'm sending, MIDI messages to the Katana, and I'm not using any of this. It's all in here. PC change selects the patch that's on the amp. Okay, you can see that right here, and it's basically one for one. So it's almost already kind of set up to work this way. So from 1 to 4 would be the first 4 patches. You really don't have to actually do anything, but I do it anyway. So in the first page here, I do MIDI PC change. It's in the list. It's usually selected on like distortion on and off. So what you do is just scroll all the way down to the bottom to MIDI, turn that on, select the switch on the pedal board that you want on the GT-1000, which in this case is going to be number 2. Okay, and then on page 3, you send it the PC change, which is number 2, and that's it. And that'll tell the amp to switch to patch 2. Then as you go on, it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it goes to 8, 9. Because panel is number 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, the panel, which is everything on top of the Katana. Whatever you dial in, that's what it is. Then 6, 7, 8, 9 are the 4 additional patches that are on the Katana. So you set them up accordingly. I'm turning on the booster, and I'm turning on the EQ on the back of the amp to give it a little volume boost. That's what these are doing here. Here, I'll show you. So 16 is the booster. And in here, you're sending PC. Now this is a control code. It's not a PC code. A little different. And you could do more with the CC codes. You can change parameters of you could dial in a knob on a parameter of something like that. You could use the expression pedal. You can do stuff like that with it. Here I'm just turning it on and off, and you can see that here. So 63, anywhere from 63 to 127 will turn it on. Anything below that, I believe, will turn it off. We'll send an off code. And you can see here, and current number is, you're already on that number. So when you hit it again, it's not sending a PC code again, but what you're doing is now you're turning on the booster and the EQ. So that's the booster. And then here, Current number again, another CC. Now this one is momentary. Sometimes you have to send a momentary switch to the Katana, which can be very confusing at times because you won't understand why when you click it once it doesn't turn on, you click it again and it turns on, and vice versa. It wants a momentary switch. So here you can see I'm setting it 84. That's the control code to turn on the EQ that's on the Katana that I'm using as a boost. And here again, 63 to 27 turns it on. Then these other ones, as you can see here, 17, 18, 19, and 20, these are turning on the modulation switch, turning on the delay. These are controlling the expression pedal, the wah-wah. So 83, I believe, is the it turns it on because it has a 6327 here. 80 is the actual up and down of the pedal. And expression, yep. And then I believe 3. Now that's turning something else on. So 80 and 83 are the ones that actually deal with the expression pedal and the wah-wah pedal. That's what that does. So that's how you kind of set it up. There's all sorts of things in here that you can do. The color of the lighting on the GT-1000 is controlled in the control LED color section here. So if you want something, and like I don't know if I mentioned this before, but being that the amp head doesn't talk back to the GT-1000, the Katana, it's only one way because there's no MIDI out on the Katana head. So you're just sending stuff to it to turn it on or turn it off. The GT-1000 doesn't know anything what the head's doing except it's just sending codes to it. So what you have to do is if you have a patch set up and you have delay set turned on and reverb, then you have to have those switches, you save the switches in that state when you go to that patch. So when you come up to the patch, those lights will come on because those effects are going to be on the amp already. So when you click them, they'll turn off. That's just something to keep in mind. This stuff here, you turn off. I turn most of all this stuff off because it's not being used. It's not turning. I'm not turning any effects on the in the GT-1000. So just keep that in mind. And then every time you change something, remember to write it. Takes a few minutes. And I'm playing through my my Johnny 5 Squire. The amp isn't mic'd, it's just running direct into my DAW. That's the gist. So if you want to do something like this, just give me a shout and I could do a little bit more detailed video on it. So, well, anyway, hope you liked it. Hope it was informative. Hope you could use something like this. Let me know in the comments if you want any help with anything or what else I did with this. And anyway, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.